Well, happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday, July 10th, 2026. This is Gen X Airy. Um, Today, I'm shifting the focus from politics to what would you really call it? I guess the human psyche is what we'll talk about. It has to do with religion. It has to do with basically things bigger than the realm we live in. So, this is kind of a metaphysical type discussion, I guess. I don't know if you want to talk at it like that, but I'm going to talk at it from the way I see things practically. Um, so when people invoke God, they invoke heaven, they invoke an afterlife, they invoke, near-death experiences where they died and they met all these beings and angels and whatever, even aliens, even advanced life, people who claim to be abducted and they're shown things. Okay, I was watching a video today where a woman died, had a near-death experience, and it's apparently they showed her things, they showed her the future, and her message is that very basic, which is a very true message, in my opinion, that we need to get over this hating other people because of who they are, or because of where they're from, or because of, because they're different. We need to get over that. That's the overlying message. Otherwise, we're doomed, essentially. And that is a message that the human race, like I can tell you that message and say, listen, this is the way I see it as a human being. We need to get past that and move on. We need to realize that it's not helping us at all collectively to hate others for various reasons. And that greed, of course, is bad. I mean, I can tell you that till I'm blue in the face. But I'm human. You're human. We live in this universe, okay? When you invoke God or the other things I mentioned, heaven, afterlife, that's a realm that you immediately perceive to be higher than anything you can imagine. And because when someone tells you that this is the way this higher realm says things should be, it has more meaning to you than when someone on this earthly plane says it. Because we're all caught up in this, and we have a tendency to not necessarily believe what other people have to say, and particularly these days. We've been programmed to not believe people who actually you should believe, for example. And that's for nefarious reasons, of course. It's for political reasons. It's for reasons of greed, essentially. But the best way to brainwash people into whatever you want them to believe is to tell them, well, this higher plane of existence says this is what we need to do. And that's religion. In a nutshell, that's religion. It's the way. It's not, and I'm not saying that there isn't a higher plane of existence, by the way. Scientifically, I'd have to concede that because we don't understand the quantum world and where all that's leading. We don't understand the fact that this is just one universe, likely of many, or endless, or multiple, whatever. So from a scientific standpoint, I concede I don't know what's out there, if there is anything. There could be. And if there is, I'm not trying to say anything against that. What I am trying to say is that humans have learned how to use that to manipulate your thoughts, to manipulate your beliefs and the way you feel about things for their own purposes. And we've done it, probably since the beginning of time. I'm sure not long after whatever our ancestors, whenever they developed the brains that we have, they figured out how to use deception to get what they want. That's what religion is. It's not the truth, it's deception. It's a possible truth, maybe, but it's a truth without evidence. And I'm not trying to down religion in this either. I'm just saying it doesn't have to be religion. Like I said, it could be a near-death experience. Someone could have had a near-death experience and came back and concocted a story to get whatever message they want put across. And I've seen many people talk about their near-death experiences, and there are a lot of them that have very similar experiences, but there are a lot that have very wildly different experiences also, and different things they want to say when they come back. So the thing you need to understand about the metaphysical world, I guess we'll call it, and the realms beyond this plane, is we don't know. And anyone who tells you they do know is suspect. To be fair, people having near-death experiences could be telling the truth. 100%. They could be telling the truth. But because we have a history where we know people make things up to manipulate people to believe certain things, you can't say that they're telling the truth for sure. We don't know if they're telling the truth. And there's a lot of that going on right now. And I think one of the problems we have, in addition to what this woman was saying, where she believes that, we need to stop hating each other for hating other people for just because they're different or whatever, is that we need to stop allowing religion to influence us to hate people who are different as well. And we need to stop letting governments tell us to hate people because of whatever reason. And we need to stop letting billionaires tell us we need to hate people for whatever reason. And hillbilly white supremacist groups and, whatever. Everybody has a motive. And most of the time, those motives aren't pure. Nor are they good for humankind as a whole. I read there was an article today, a news article out about an Arizona pastor who says that, black people were meant to be ruled by white people. Now, my straight up opinion on that is that anyone in a position who has a job, job to influence people and their beliefs on things, who says irresponsible shit like that, where they believe that anyone, much less because of the color of your skin, but that anyone should be ruled by other people, that's criminally irresponsible. And you should be punished for it. That to me is a prisonable offense. If that's your job and you're saying shit like that, you're guilty of a crime. That's a crime against humanity on the macro scale. So, I don't know. This is my little thought for today. I wanted to take it away from normal politics for a little bit, and because my channel is not necessarily always about politics. It is, it can be about all kinds of social issues. And I haven't really done a lot of that lately, so maybe I'll start doing some more of that. Anyway, you all have a good Friday in July. We'll see you.